Hello, it's Sunday afternoon and I didn't went to church because I just don't feel good. For the first time again this year, I was absent, and maybe this year only I did this once in the year of 2019. By the way, I have something to share with you. It's about um the thing called idolatry. Marami kasi akong bashers, and one of my basher is my good friend. She used to provoke me to become mad. Why? Because she's trying to judge my religion as if I'm in the wrong direction or I'm in the wrong faith. She used to tell me that I have to wake up to what is reality, which hurts me so much. And one thing she speaks about is my idolatry, because we believe in images, we believe in those things, and she says we put our trust and our faith on this, these images. They're only man-made. So I have here a very short explanation, which is coming from the Bible, and I want to read it before you. It says here, "Take great care what you do, therefore, since you saw no shape on that day at Horeb, when Yahweh spoke to you from the midst of the fire. See that you do not act perversely, making yourselves a carved image in the shape of anything at all, whether it be in the likeness of man or of woman, or of any beast on the earth, or of any bird that flies in the heavens, or of any reptile that crawls on the ground, or of any fish in the waters under the earth. When you raise your eyes to heaven, when you see the sun, the moon, the stars, all the array of the heaven, do not be tempted to worship them and serve them." By the way, this can be found on Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 15 to 19. And in Tagalog, I want to also read to you for the sake of those Filipino brothers here who are watching. In Deuteronomy 4:15-18, "Nang kayo'y kausapin ni Yahweh mula sa apoy sa Horeb, wala kayong nakitang anyo. Kaya kaiingat kayo, huwag kayong gagawa ng anumang larawan upang sambahin, maging kawangis ng tao, hayop sa ibabaw ng lupa, ibon na anumang gumagapang, o ng anumang isda." So, naalala ninyo yung kwento nung si Moises ay umakyat sa mountain of Mount Sinai to pray for 40 days, and the people were all crumbling. They don't know what to do because they were already feeling like alone. They are godless, and so they provoked Aaron to put an image, and so they gave her a necklace, other excuse me, I'm just sick, that's why. And all their accessories to put up this kind of evil thing, and that is what we call the image that makes them to bow down. Actually, in our time, as I talked to one of the friend who is my god sister, her name was Tess. I don't know if she's still alive until now. I did really ask this thing to her because I was so curious, and they are trying to bring me back to Catholic faith. because in such a long time, I'd been a Mormon. I'd been, I'd been to, you call this, born again. And right now I'm back to Catholic because of them. But most of all, I wanted to say that I'm back because of Mama Mary. And I'm sure people who are out of this kind of denomination don't believe, don't even have faith that Mama Mary exists. But no matter what it is that you have to say about this is for real. I cannot deny the truth because it's the truth that I really had an encounter or divine encounter with the Blessed Mother long way before 1991. It was 1990 when I was conceiving with my son Paul Vincent and he was breech. Maybe later I can tell you some stories about my encounter with her. I know it's God's reason for me to go back home. I know this sounds insane to you, but this is not. I'm not supposed to share this, but the Holy Spirit is trying to prompt me to share these things with you because I believe that this would also make the Catholics believe that hearsays are not real and that the reality is that Mama Mary is alive and she's real. No one can vouch for that. So I want to share with you that what Sister Tess has told me is about the images that we adore, we worship. It's not true that we truly worship these images. The truth is these images are made because they were inspired by the prophets of the old times. And they really saw the saints and the writers of the Bible itself have already foretold about Jesus, his reality, his history, and of course the saints who lived a life that is becoming a great example for all of us. And the truth is, Mama Mary was really alive and he was sent to heaven alive. It was a great honor that she was the only woman in the world that was given such great mercy. Imagine how wonderful it is to be hailed. But one thing I want to emphasize here is that yung pagsamba sa Diyos-Diyosan is not true with Catholics. It's not true that sinasamba talaga namin yung larawan na naandun. Not actually that. Excuse me again. I'm not supposed to do this video because I'm feeling sick. I have coughs, cold, and fever yesterday, but it's getting well now because I have already taken my first cough syrup and gel. It's getting well, but whenever I talk quite long, it triggers. So I'm sorry about that. So to make it clear to you, I'll say it in Tagalog to be more specific for those who do not really get my English. Well, the truth is, hindi namin sinasamba ang mga Diyos-Diyosan o larawan. Actually, they are just like models na kung ano yung nakita nung araw about saints that we adore right now. Sila yung parang remembrance na nakikita mo, yung mga larawan nila, you adore them because of the examples. You pray before them because you were asking for their prayers before God to intercede for you. Parang ganun yun. So, in my opinion and what I have learned from being a Catholic for quite so long, it's not merely, it's just like having your loved ones, your parents, for example, namatay na siya, wala na siya on this earth, and that and you have his picture right in front of you. You missed him, diba? You really adore him, and sometimes you cry and you're talking to that picture because you really miss that someone whom you have lost. And for example, he's your father that you love the most. So it's just like what we're doing in the pictures and the images. We're not worshiping them. Hindi namin ito sinasamba. Ito ay ating ina-adore. And out of that picture, we can remember someone who was lost, someone who we love the most. And we talk to them just like they're just in front of us. We're talking to them personally, even if they're no longer alive. Parang ganun yun eh. So, ganun ang pagkakaunawa ko doon. And that's how I understand that adoring Mama Mary is not really worshiping her. It's only God that we worship. We truly admire them because of the good works and examples that they have done while here on earth. But actually, the truth is we love them. That's why out of their pictures where you remember them, we talk to them. And they are great intercessors for us before God because they were now, or they are now, in the sight of God, in the loving hands of God. And that's why we can even talk to God personally because they were chosen by God to be with Him in heavenly places, in His heavenly kingdoms. So it is true that we don't adore or worship them. So we have to analyze things that we should not judge, nating husgahan ang relihiyon ng Katoliko kasi it would be bad also if we judge others by their own faith, their own ways, their own norms, and beliefs. So yun lang yun. Kaya sana naliwanagan ninyo, lalo na yung mga bashers ko and commentors doon sa FB ko, the FB account ko. It really hurts that you tell me that I'm not thinking about changing my religion or being in the religion, that I'm walking in the wrong faith. So let's not judge that way. Let's not talk about it because it's not a good manner. ang isang Kristiyano ay hindi nagja-judge ng kapwa niya Kristiyano in front, even on Facebook, kasi it really hurts. You need to hear the other side before you say something. Yes, it's good. It's respectable to learn something. If you would like to teach somebody how to become a good person, or to straighten her path, or to correct her own ideas and what she have learned, okay lang yun. But here is an explanation na kaya tayo nag-a-adore ng pictures or images as Catholics. It's not because we're worshiping them, but because we love these beings who were before us. They were made by God to become an example. Their lives as an example before us para sundan natin yung footsteps that they once have trod here on earth. So, we have to understand na hindi talaga kami sumasamba sa Diyos-Diyosan. Hindi totoo yun. Okay? So, I hope it's clear now. Lalo na doon sa mga bashers na they don't really believe na hindi namin sinasamba. Yung mga Diyos-Diyosan na yan, it's also against our will. Baka yung pagkakaunawa ninyo yung, yung sumasamba kami doon sa mga rebulto na nagawa-gawa lang ng mga accessories, just like what happened to Joshua during that time while Moses was away. No, it's not. Hindi naman namin gagawin yun. And to adore idols like mga artista, mga magagaling na actors, famous actors and actresses. We are not worshiping them. Hindi naman masama yung humanga kay. It's not bad. So, gusto ko lang i-make clear sa inyo na out of these people, nag-i-inspire sila sa atin. But they do not come to the extent of worshiping them. Adoring them is just like, we want to follow their example. Unless they're bad. So, we just have to follow what is good. So I think I made it clear doon sa mga I just want to make this explanation very simple para mag-gets naman ng mga kabataan din. Hindi lang ng matatanda. Actually, I'm talking here most especially to millennials. Hindi lang sa mga matatanda. I want to ipagtanggol man lang yung Catholic belief na hindi po kami sumasamba sa Diyos-Diyosan. I hope I made myself clear. They are only remembrance. They are only there. The pictures are only there to show us about the loved ones who left us, and they are well remembered. So, ganun din yun sa mga santo na inakala ninyo ay aming sinasamba. Okay? So, thank you so much for watching. I hope in the process of time, we can still get together and get in touch. And I hope I can share with you a lot more. Hindi na naman sa religion. Gaya na sinabi ko, we can talk things, anything under the sun. Bye!